Welcome to the show. My guest tonight, Calgary's queen of glitter pop, Micah Sage.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've never done podcasts before. This is Calgary's late night show.
It is
It's
Calgary's late night show.
I'm so excited.
I love it. Thanks. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself for people who don't know you?
Yeah, my name is Micah Sage. I'm an alternative pop artist from right here in Calgary. And I'm releasing a record coming out. And so I'm just so excited to be here and talk about it and share with you.
Your show was amazing.
Thank you so much.
How did it feel?
It felt so nice. It's such a beautiful thing to create music, but then to share it with other people and have other people connect to it. And it's one thing to share your music online, and it's another thing to see how people react to things in person, whether that's lyrics or even just like the vibe of the band, and to like just hug my people and my fans. It's a totally different experience, and it's like having the music come to life.
It was so good. That was the second time I've seen you.
Thank you.
I saw you the first time at the Not In My City event. Shout out A Not So Silent Night.
Yes, thank you. They sponsored my show. So that was wonderful of them.
Yeah, and that was a different vibe, that show.
Very important. And I was so proud to be asked to be a part of that event. Not In My City is such an important foundation, and to be able to connect with people and share my music in that setting was so important. Mm-hmm. And also an acoustic set, so they're very different from what you saw at my show.
I've seen a lot of your range in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
What got you into music? Were you always, like as a child, were you into music, or when did you start?
I started playing piano when I was 4, so no one in my family is a musician. I sort of like came out of the womb and I was like, this is my calling, this is what I'm gonna do. And I just knew right away. And my family at first, when your like 4-year-old asks for a pony and you're like, okay, like maybe this is gonna pass. And it just didn't. I used to like put piano on the grocery list and ask my mom every day. I just wanted to write music and sing music. And eventually I started playing, and then I started playing guitar, and I started writing songs on guitar when I was like 11 and 12. I started performing at open mics when I was 11 and 12. And yeah, my family, I'm so blessed that they have always been supportive of me and always listened to me, that this is what I love to do, and this is my life. And to be able to have that growing up as a child, even though no one in my family is really musical. My family loves music. We grew up going to concerts and talking about music and listening to a lot of different genres of music, but being the only musician in my family, it's exciting.
Did you know, like, right from being 11 years old, that's what you wanted to do with your life?
Yeah, I remember very vividly telling my dad when we were in the car one time listening to the Grammy nominations. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to do that one day. I'm going to win a Grammy one day. And everyone's just like, okay. And I feel that. I feel like this is my life, and this is my career, and my, I just love sharing emotion and connection through music and art. Yeah.
Do you remember the first song you wrote or performed?
Yes. So the first time I performed an original song, it was one called, I was like 13 or something like that. And I used to do the Youth Singers of Calgary. Growing up, it was the show choir in Calgary. And they did like a talent show at the end of the season. And I performed one of my original songs. It was called Sailboat. It's not out. It will definitely not come out. But it was such a brave moment for me. I had a lot of stage fright in front of everybody until I was about 12 or 13. I wouldn't sing in front of my family. My family hadn't even heard me sing really by myself. I was always in choir and show choir and things like that. But I remember my mom saying to me when I was 13 after this showcase of this original song, she was like, I didn't even know you could sing, because I just wouldn't sing. I would just tell everybody that I was going to be like Taylor Swift, and they're like, yeah, okay. And they hadn't even heard me sing or anything. And then they did. And it was a wonderful experience. It felt like I was finally sort of out of my shell, and that I could share. And I was proud to share with the stuff I was making. It's a big moment for me.
Were you self-taught from the beginning, or did you have someone kind of pushing you creatively?
I took piano lessons until I was about 13 or 14, and then started playing guitar. And I took guitar to sort of like get my handle on things and like figure out the basics. I'm really stubborn and like I want to do it myself. I want to try to do it myself. So I like learned piano until like I figured out the basics of piano, and then I would like learn things by ear. And then I took guitar lessons until I like knew how to play a few chords, and then I would go on guitar tabs and like learn songs myself or make up different songs just by the things that I knew myself or by listening. I was classically trained originally, just being in choir and in show choir, but most things I just did myself. I was very stubborn about wanting to do things myself, which leads into the creation of my first EP, the Micah EP. I just wanted to do everything myself. And so I just gave it a shot. That was my goal, was to just try everything, learn how to produce music, writing music, playing guitar solos and mixing and, mastering, if you can call it that, from what I did at that time. But I just like to know a little bit of everything. So I have a bit of understanding, and also so that when I am working with people now and people are guiding me, I know what they're talking about. That it's important for me to have a grounding.
Someone told me about that last night, that you wanted to learn all the aspects of the industry. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important in the creation process and also in the more business side of things, that it's important to know a little bit of everything, especially in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then as you start to build a team, it's like, okay, I know how to do this myself. And so when you're meeting people that you could possibly connect with, it's like, it's important to have an understanding.
You can probably then know what areas you need to bring people in.
What areas you need help, what areas you like doing yourself. Like lots of artists do produce for themselves. One of my good friends, Dempsey Bolton, produces his music, and it's incredible. And I'm so inspired by him. And what I've realized over the past couple of years is I love producing music. I don't love driving the buttons so much. And so now my producer that I've been working with for my past couple of EPs, his name is Mark McClure in Edmonton. And it's been so fun to co-produce with him. And he's such an incredible producer that it allows me to have creative control and be like, oh, I want this to sound like this. And I want to do this. And he can just blah, 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 mm-hmm. Make it happen.
Who were some artists that inspired you early on?
Very early on, Coldplay.
Nice.
My mom used to listen to Coldplay when I was growing in the womb. And I feel like that definitely went into my
mom loves
genetics.
Coldplay.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I've seen them live like 4 times, and I just cry the whole time, every time. They're so inspiring to me. Their live performance is so inspiring to me. Their range of music is so inspiring to me. Of course, I grew up on like the early 2000s pop girls, like Selena Gomez and Katy Perry and Kesha and Taylor Swift and all of these icons of the 2000s. And as I was growing up and being a teenager, it sort of drifted into more singer-songwriter alternative music. And that's originally the type of music that I started writing, is because I was really moved by acoustic music and folk music. There's something so raw and human about folk music. And I mean, there's human elements in every genre, but at this point in my life, it really connected with me and spoke to me. And I just wanted to make music that spoke to people and connected with people.
Yeah, your new song has a folk kind of vibe.
Yeah. There's a song that's coming out this week called Josephine, which is the last song on my EP Girlfriend. And it's probably my favorite song that I've ever written. It's the only way I can describe how it feels to me is it feels so human. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's special.
Really good.
Thank you.
The room loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I find that it's important to sing sad songs sometimes. Of course, we all want to dance and we want to move around and sing sparkly songs. But I think just as important as that is, I think it is important to acknowledge hard feelings and swim in that for a minute.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Nice. Write that down. Put it on a t-shirt.
What made you stick with music? Most people, they quit over time, like people don't stick with it after it gets challenging. So what made you stick with it?
Yeah. To be honest, I think I'm a little bit crazy. I'm one of those people that when I get an idea or I get a goal or I have the ambition to do something, I'm going to do it. And I'm not afraid of how challenging that might be. And I'm in fact sort of open to inviting it in. That like that's where I learn is in the challenges and in the stress or in the confusion. And I also learn in the fun and in the sparkle and in the, you know, synchronicity of how fun it is to create music. But I think I'm unafraid. I have a lot of goals for myself, and I feel very supported by the people in my life. I feel very supported by the music. I feel very supported by my wonderful band. I feel supported by my family. I really, truly believe that if there is something that you want to do, there is no reason that you shouldn't do it. And it's special. It's really special to follow your dreams.
Did you always have this confidence?
I think, like, maybe it's weird to say, but yeah. It's really,
not weird.
I feel like I don't ever want to come across as like egotistical or like overconfident or cocky or like none of those things. But I really trust myself, and I feel good. I feel so good sharing music, and I just know that when you follow the things that feel good, that it can't help but just work itself out.
You don't come across that way at all. You have some of the best vibes of anyone
nice.
I've ever met.
Thank you so much.
Really good vibes.
Thank you.
So your sound gets called dreamy and cinematic, and it's still raw and personal. Mm-hmm. How did you start figuring out what your sound was?
So in 2023, I did a program in Toronto called Canada's Music Incubator, and it was 8 weeks long, and I was like fresh 19-year-old little lady. This was like pre-Micah Sage EP release, my first project release. And I had no idea what was going on. I did, but you know, you graduate high school and it's like, okay, I'm going to be a pop star. How do I do this? Where do I go? What do I do? So I just like start producing music by myself and watching YouTube tutorials and asking mentors for help and whatever. I had no idea what genre I slipped into here. And so I show up to CMI with my finished EP, and they really helped me to sort of figure it out and to just find maybe a more grounding energy in my music that I didn't have to know what it was right away. This is like the first thing you're putting out, and eventually your artistry reveals itself as you keep creating and as you experiment with different sounds or different storytelling or different lyrics or different genres. Eventually you land and it feels right. And maybe you'll have to switch it a couple times or whatever. But originally I was like, I wanted to be so like, I don't know, this sounds so pick me. I was like, I wanted to be an alternative artist and I'm never going to make pop music. And like, I feel like pop music is blah, 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 blah. No, are you kidding me? Pop music makes the world go round. And I love it so much. And I was, again, stubborn for so long. I was like, I want to be an indie folk alternative artist. And like, I love indie alternative folk artists. But then I'm going into the studio and asking my producer to, we're going to make an indie alternative folk song. And then I end up like asking him to put like an electronic pop beat over it. And he's like, what are we making here? And really, the past couple of years of my life, I just wanted to experiment with pop music with, you know, indie folk alternative sad girl lyrics sometimes. And I think it's the best of both worlds. I find that in my song Reflex, that like that has sort of really been the middle ground for me. And I'm really excited for the next batch of songs that I'll make over 2026 and 2027, that there is a world in which it can be both ways. And it all just comes down to like, what is the world of Micah Sage and what does that sound like? Yeah. I think that was a really long and, you know, long-winded answer to that question of how did I find my sound.
That's what we're here for.
but yeah, I love pop music. I don't think pop music is basic. I think pop music is wonderful and extravagant and like we need it.
It's popular for a reason.
Yes. Just wonderful.
When you're writing, are you chasing a mood, a story, or a melody?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think most of the time a story. I think a story, it always starts with the lyrics. Most of the time when we're recording in the studio, my recording process will be that I have an idea and then we'll maybe have like a chord progression and then I'll come up with a story and then we'll slide it into a melody. But it's usually very lyric led, like getting across the thing that I want to say. And I don't always know what that is right away, but allowing it to flow and allowing it to come out. I feel like a vessel for my art sometimes, that like these aren't really, I mean, of course they are my lyrics. They're coming out of my brain, but lots of the time, if I just chill out, if I just sit with myself for a second, the lyrics come out. And that's how every song for me starts.
Cool. How has producing affected your music creation, and then how has collaborating affected it?
So I think producing my own music was very crucial time for me. I was basically in my home studio in my basement by myself, producing everything. I was the one who was, it's like, okay, we're going to go downstairs and we're going to work on this song. And it was just me leading the circus. And it was, I learned a lot during that time. And I think moving now towards collaboration, I was so stubborn for so long about collaborating. I think I had a little bit of an ego in that, I had to do it myself. And, I gotta do this because blah, 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 blah. I think there are lots of things, that you learn that are important from doing things by yourself. But I think there is so much importance in collaboration in every way, that to have people to bounce ideas off of, and to have people to share their stories with you, and to have people to support you and uplift you. You don't have to do everything by yourself. There is beauty in collaborating with the people around you. And it has made a world's difference for my past couple records, the Radical Acceptance and now Girlfriend, that I couldn't even imagine making those by myself. It would not even have been made if it was just by myself. But I used the tools from having that independent time to now what is the product.
Yeah, and you can chip in on.
Of course. Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the whole process? Writing, performing?
Ooh, I like them all for different reasons. I really love recording. There's a magic moment where you're recording the song and you're not sure. Because how I have made this record is I would just spontaneously go to the studio and just record. And there was no lyrics or melody or chords or anything. I would just show up and I had no idea what we're going to make. And then we just make it. And there's this magic moment where all of a sudden it's a song. And it's everybody in the room. I was there with Mark McClare, my producer, and my bassist, James Ward, for lots of these songs. And there's a magic moment where it just clicks. You're like, oh, this is what this is about. And I just live for those moments when it becomes a song. But performing, really, my show at the King Eddie just set my heart on fire. It is so wonderful to bring the songs to life, to have the lights and the band and everyone's moving and people are singing the words back at you and you can all of a sudden be in the world of the song. There's nothing like it.
You're a really good performer.
Thank you. I have fun. I always just have fun performing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Let's talk about your EP.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So Girlfriend, I named it Girlfriend because it's the only thing missing from the EP. All of these songs on the EP talk about the ins and outs, the in-betweens, all the stages in between or out of being a girlfriend. And in my mind, what was a girlfriend? I feel like you'll have the beginning stage where you maybe have a crush and it's exciting and it's playful. And I think that having a crush is so silly and so fun. And there's something so almost childish and playful about having a crush. It makes everything more bright and sparkly. You're excited to go and see them and whatever. And, maybe you're getting friend zoned by somebody and it's irritating and confusing, or you're getting mixed signals. And then there's the part of the relationship that's maybe challenging, or you're remembering better times or harder times, and having marks from the people in your life, good or bad, that every person you have in your life leaves a mark on you and makes you the way that you are. And I think sometimes it's heartbreaking because you are the way that you are because of maybe this person who is no longer in your life. But there's something beautiful about that. It's like being a mosaic of all of the people you've ever known or loved in your life. And I think it's really special. I think the in-betweens, I call it the in-betweens, is that growth space. That's where you learn more about yourself and more about the relationships you have in your life. And And I think girlfriend is such a cute word. I think it's such a cute word. So it was the only thing missing.
That's a lot of storytelling in a 5-song EP.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
I'm fired up.
I'm excited. It's just, I think romance is so exciting to me, and not that all of these songs are necessarily about romance. I think they just revolve around the connections of your life, but it feels like a love letter to the range of relationships that I have or have had in my life. It's important to acknowledge all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's very special.
It's really relatable.
Yeah.
How far apart, how different is it from radical acceptance?
So the radical acceptance, in my mind, I see it as like a deluxe version of the Micah Sage EP. I wrote all of the songs that are on the radical acceptance the same time as the songs that are on the Micah Sage EP. And then additionally, I have live recorded versions I did a KSPS PBS showcase called Stampede City Sessions. And so I have some of the live versions of the songs that are on the Micah Sage EP. So the radical acceptance really felt like a roundup for just all of those songs. And it was just sort of the end of that era, I guess.
Yeah. Now you're on the girlfriend era.
Now I'm in the girlfriend era, and I hate to use the Taylor Swift, the era term, but it's a phenomenal way to describe it, I think. So now I'm into the girlfriend era, I guess we'll say. And I sort of like to lean into whatever I'm feeling like making. And in the past couple of years, I've been feeling like making sparkly pop music. So I'm going to lean into that. And I think leaning in to whatever feels good to make at that time is awesome. And I know sometimes it's good to, like, as you're an emerging artist, to like be a certain way and in a certain genre and in a certain thing, so you can find your audience and find your people. It's much smarter, than like doing this and doing that and going over here. But I really feel like my music isn't otherworldly from each other. Like it all sounds like Micah Sage, and I think that's good.
Someone was talking to me last night about how your demographic was 35 plus before, and now it's shifted to below 35.
Yes.
Is that intentional?
No, I don't think it was intentional. I think a lot of my music with the radical acceptance and before that, it's very nostalgic. It's very nostalgic and cinematic. And I think it reminds a lot of people of their life. And I'm very nostalgic for my own life already. I'm like a 21-year-old girl, and I'm like, oh, remember when blah, blah. It's like, shut up. Like, you don't even know. But I do feel pretty, with my lyrics, I feel able to connect to people of all ages, and that I can kind of capture that essence of life and memory, and like the relationships that you have in your life. And I think that's why it was my demographic was more 35 plus in the past couple of years, is because those people have lived.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of experiences already. I mean, 35 is not old by any means.
I'm 35.
Exactly. It's like not, but you've experienced a lot of relationships probably and things in your life where I feel like trying to connect that to 18 and below is like, it doesn't always land. Where like now with my pop music, it's fun. And I think also I've been pushing a lot on social media in the past year with like TikTok and Instagram, and being able to like capture the like 7-second fun moment of Secret Like, or capture the fun, the silly lyric in Favorite Ex-Girlfriend, and like be able to like push that to them. And I think it's been landing better.
Yeah, that's how I found out about you before I saw you perform. I knew who you were from social media.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fun. I know this is like a controversial opinion, but I really like social media. I really like it. I think it's special to be able to connect with people across the country, across your city, across the world, for your music to find people from all over. Yeah. It's really exciting. You just sort of got to find your pocket, and there will be people.
You're doing well.
Thank you.
What song do you think is the heartbeat of this EP?
Ooh. I want to say Secret Like. That's where it all started. Mm-hmm. In March 2024, I went up to work with Mark for the first time in Edmonton. This was the first song that we made for the EP. And I feel like it really set the standard almost for like how the next few songs were going to sound. Mm-hmm. And it did. And I feel like I just love I just love Secret Like. It's so fun and playful, and it's like a home base for girlfriend for me.
It's really catchy.
Thank you. Earworm.
Good encore with that too.
Yeah, it was fun. Sometimes I like to plan encores because then I get scared if people call me back for an encore and I'm not prepared.
I liked how you came out back from to the encores like,
I was like, should I go?
Yeah.
Should I go? Yes, I did.
was there a moment while making this that was kind of like a defining moment?
I think funny enough, when we were making Reflex in February or January this year, it was a defining moment. And for me this is what the next batch of songs is going to sound like. Where Secret Like was made before the Radical Acceptance came out.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's kind of like a glimmer of what's coming. And I felt that with Reflex, that I love the Marias and I love Cigarettes After Sex and I love those sort of dreamy pop alternative artists. And I really think, I won't speak too soon because I haven't really like made the songs, like the next batch of songs, but I feel like that's where I'm going. And so that was a defining moment for me in making this is when we made Reflex. And I was like, this feels good singing this style of music for the next few songs.
It's cool. I feel like you really stand out. A lot of people reach out to me and there's a lot of very similar singer-songwriter kind of things. Mm-hmm. And you really stood out to me.
That's kind. Thank you.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, I think it's kind. I think it's fun to stand out. I'm also like super tall. So it's like, where's Micah? There she is.
You are really tall. People who can't see that on camera right now.
I've got really long legs and then I add heels onto it. And it's like, oh my God, how's the weather up there?
What did this project teach you about yourself?
I think, as silly as it sounds, not that I'm making it sound like I didn't have fun before, but I think this project has made me realize how much fun I have making music. And I knew always making music that it was right for me and that it felt so good. But I don't think I've ever had so much fun as I'm having right now.
You look like you're having fun.
Thank you.
Like I'm having fun just because it feels like you're having fun.
Just talking about it's nice. And to grow as an artist in Calgary and to feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I have so many friends in the scene and not in the scene, and just I feel so loved. And when I feel loved, it feels fun. And I think that's what it's all about. It should just feel good and feel fun. And I know it doesn't feel good and fun all the time. And maybe I'm romanticizing. Like, I'm very fortunate to be having fun in this industry because it's not always easy. But I've been able to find silver linings even when it is hard or it is difficult, or if you experience like writer's block or creative challenges or life challenges, that music has always been my grounding space and my safe space, and that I always feel light in that.
Did any of the songs feel like a risk, a creative risk?
To be honest.
Being so different from...
Yeah. Josephine felt like a risk for this record. I have like Friendly. Friendly is a dance pop song. And then by the end of the record, we're crying to like acoustic, beautiful, ambient Josephine. And that was the risk for me in this record, is that Josephine was written when like right after the Radical Acceptance came out. And so still very much in that like folky pocket. Not to say I won't ever make acoustic-y, folky songs ever again, because that's my roots. You know what I mean? But putting Josephine on Girlfriend really felt like a risk because it is so different from Secret Like and Favorite Ex-Girlfriend and Friendly. But I think it was also important for my pre-existing Micah stage fans that it's like I haven't deserted that sound, that songwriting is still my guiding light and my, my North Star. Mm-hmm. I live and die by the lyrics and the storytelling in the songs, and that I haven't forgotten that even in my like silly, snarky, cutesy, toxic pop girl songs.
Do you find it easier or harder to be vulnerable now that you have a bigger following?
I think that playing bigger shows and playing smaller shows are fun for different reasons. I always feel like I can overshare and sit in smaller rooms of people that I can be like, this song, I'm going to tell you, I was doing blah, 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 blah. And then this happened. And then I wrote this song. And then, I was just driving in my car and then this happened. And then like, I can like expose all of the stories behind the songs. I feel able like to do that in smaller audiences. I've played shows to 3 people in a house, and I've played shows to 300 people and whatever, it's like, there's fun parts about doing different shows and having different audiences all over. I think I feel less nervous in front of bigger audiences, which maybe sounds like weird to say, but
it's not as intimate, I guess.
Yeah, maybe not as intimate, or I like to try to make it like intimate in different moments in the set where like it feels like, we're all just right here together because we are. And yeah, I just think it's a totally different experience. I feel so blessed that more people are finding my music as the days go by, and that, maybe they like a video that I posted, or they went to a show, or they saw someone wearing a t-shirt and they thought it was so cool. Like whatever it is, I'm just so blessed that every day that passes is someone is connecting with me.
I'm going to show a video.
Okay.
I don't know which one. Send me whichever one.
Okay.
We're going to cut to, actually, before we cut to it, can you describe each song on this EP with one word, just the vibe of it, not the story of it?
Okay. Secret like glitter. Friendly is sultry. Favorite ex-girlfriend, toxic. Reflex, heartache. Josephine, nostalgia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
Awesome.
And we're going to cut to, I guess, your video.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one do you want to show?
You should show I Do.
Okay.
It's from the Radical Acceptance, but it's been so prominent in my life over the past year in the creation process of this EP.
I saw that one giant at the YYC Music Awards.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Cause it did to me. Yeah, you do to me. Yeah, you still do to me. And I wonder if you even stay up late at night. And I wonder how you got here and how you ended up quite alright. You said I do, and that's a lie. And I know that I still bloom for you in every way.
I really do.
That's so funny.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah, I've lost my train of thought.
Well, we just watched the I Do music video.
Oh, so good. I love
Thank you.
it. Yeah,
I
I've seen
love
it
that
a lot of
music video
times
too.
now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice. I do post it in short form as well, sometimes on Instagram, but it's an emotional one for sure.
I might sneak in a couple Instagram clips of your other videos. Too.
Yeah.
Just so
that'd be
people
awesome.
see the
just
range.
for some context.
Yeah.
Yes.
What we're talking about.
That's
Because
awesome.
we did just talk about the EP the whole time.
Yes.
And then we throw back to
And then we
before
throw
the-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I love them all.
Thank you.
You're a star.
Thank you. I think you're a star. I think it's so fun. I love the visual stuff too. I mean, even with the live performance, I like to create the world. And then with the visual stuff online, I think it's very important and fun also for me to like, this is what this song looks like.
Yeah.
And this is the idea behind this thing, and this is what it feels like, and this is the color palette, and this is the drama and the theatrics. It's very fun for me.
Are you kind of building a character? Like when you stamp on these glitter things on your eyelashes, is this becoming...
Sort of. It sort of is. I like to almost have an identifying factor. I don't know that I'll always do the sparkly eyelashes, but it's sort of fun, especially like when you're first starting in the music industry, to like have a thing that people can remember.
Mhm.
A lot of the time if I'll like be at a conference or be at a show or whatever, that like, oh, I'm Micah Sage. Like I was the one with the sparkly eyelashes on. It's like, oh yes. I remember those little, like, and so, I don't know if it will always be a part of it, but I think it's important to sort of have an identifying, oh my goodness. It's
I'm
important.
leaving it in.
Thank you. Please leave it in all of my verbal typos. It's important to have an identifiable physical thing, I think.
I love it. I mean, I do the same thing. I go to events in this kind of character.
And people recognize you.
Yeah.
That's
and they
awesome.
don't, as soon as I take the glasses off, it's like Superman. They don't, some people were, one time this girl, she was on my show. I saw her a week later and I didn't have the glasses on. I had to explain to her.
Oh my gosh. That's so silly.
Yeah.
That's so silly. I definitely had that situation where like most of the time I'm in glittery makeup and glittery clothes. And I have run into people in public when I'm like in my jammies with like no makeup on and my glasses on. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And the person's like, it's Micah. And they're like, oh, yes.
You should carry a piece of glitter in your pocket and just throw
it in the air.
Yeah.
Just be like,
oh,
hi.
Micah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, there she is. You ever said off my back, but babe, do you like me like that? Do you talk so sweet like you do to me with everyone you meet? Told me I'm your dream, that you'd leave with me. You're so friendly. You're so
What has helped you build the kind of support around your music in the city, let's say?
In the city, yeah. I think, to be honest, I sort of asserted myself into a lot of situations. I would go to, everybody's show because I love music. I love supporting music. When I was first starting, there was quite a few different open mics in Calgary. There's not like a large variety of them so much now, but there was one really awesome one at the Attic in Inglewood. And I used to go almost every week and to build a network of friends in the industry. And all of a sudden you're meeting players and writers and all kinds of live performers. And I think that was the first exposure to the music scene, was just going out there, just, putting yourself out there, meeting people, not being shy, to be like, hi, I'm Micah Sage and this is my songs and this is what I do. And I really love having friends. And I've been so blessed that my friends want to keep coming to my shows and wear my merch and just, I think the connections in your life are so valuable and they make you who you are. And so I think music is is a big part of who I am. And so I thought that if I was starting my career in music, that I should look to make friends.
It felt like everyone at your show had your merch on.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Did they already have it or did they buy it there?
Both. So I've been selling sort of the same looking merch for the past couple of years. The hoodies are new this year. I love them. Speaking of, I have something for you.
Okay.
Are you excited?
Now I am.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I open them yet?
Open them now.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. I loved it. I saw it a bunch last night.
Oh my gosh. I love these hoodies so much.
What's the dragonfly?
The dragonfly. So I have here, this is for you.
Thank you so much.
The dragonfly, I have a dragonfly tattoo and they're kind of like my symbol, my omen, if you will. My mama has a dragonfly tattoo and I always wanted to get one too when I was growing up. And I would see dragonflies everywhere, like actual dragonflies or a drawing of them or a picture of them. And it was always just like the message that I was on the right path and
Yeah.
and trusting in my path. And so
That's cool.
having the dragonfly a part of the Micah Stage brand is important for me.
I love this. I love the little stars.
Thank you. It's such an incredible design. I have a friend, her name is Abby Lee, and she's a designer. She's in Edmonton, and we were besties in the 4th grade. And I hadn't talked to her in a really long time, but I knew she was an incredible artist. And so I called her and I said, do you want to design some merch for me? And she was just overjoyed to do it. And she's so kind and incredibly talented. And I love the Micah Stage logo. And she did a great job. She did a wonderful job in the merch.
This is good quality too.
Thank you.
I'm trying to hang it here, but it's not going to
It might not stay.
Oops. Well,
she's on the floor.
Look,
I can put it here.
You can put it on
I'll put it here.
Yeah.
There.
There. Yeah. Built-in marketing. There you
go.
Perfect.
That's what I like to see.
Snapshot. Look into that camera right there. There you go. There's the thumbnail.
There's the thumbnail.
How do you think being part of Calgary scene has shaped you as an artist?
I think it's really helped my mindset about the music industry. I think, I haven't really in-depth experienced the music industry in Toronto or Vancouver or other cities across Canada. I think Canada in general has a very lovely music scene, but I know that Calgary's music scene is very different and very special in that everyone goes to everyone's show and everyone wants to support each other and lift each other up. And I really feel that. And it's not just country music here. Like, we have an incredible rap and hip hop scene, an incredible pop scene, a really big like EDM scene and metal scene. Like, if you are interested in music and live music, like, there is a room for you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's space for everybody. And everyone likes to mix and match too. Like, the metal musicians want to come to the dreamy alt girl shows and vice versa. It's like, it just feels really welcoming and kind. And even with friends at the radio stations, like at CKUA and X92.9 and CJSW and all of those radio stations and the Calgary Herald and like all of these platforms, like they love local. They love local, and people love to support things that they know, and they love hearing about the things that they know. And it's just fun to grow here. And I think Calgary is really special in that way.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. And I see, going to events, I do see a lot of crossover.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
Everyone knows each other. It feels like a small little family. Like,
really supportive.
Very supportive. Yeah, and we have the YYC Music Awards, which is such a special event every year. It's like a reunion. Everyone's there.
You were fun on stage for that.
Thank you. I'm a little bit like, but it's part of the way I am. I should have brought the bubble gun today.
Oh, you should have.
That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it was. Do I have a bubble gun?
I wish.
No, I might. I always have things like that.
Mine has a unicorn on it.
Oh, okay. It's not the same.
It's so nice.
My bubbles won't be sparkly enough.
The sparkly is about the energy.
I probably do have a bubble gun though. I'm
really?
not kidding.
I would believe you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's ready to go.
Yeah, I can't think of where it would be. Do you have a moment, a meaningful connection you've had with fans, or a moment you can think of?
Yes. So I've only like, I'm so blessed to have had a few in the wild fan interactions. After the music awards, I was working my normal person job, and someone came up to me and they were like, "Are you Micah Sage?" And I was like, "This is the best day of my life." They were like, "I saw you last night at the music awards." I was like, "This is amazing." So sometimes I'll run into people at work and they'll recognize me, or they'll have, seen my Instagram ads because I'm just like blasting to people on whatever social media. I have a really special little fan. Her name is Tilly. And Tilly was my first like real fan, I think. She's always been so supportive, and she thinks my music is so awesome and so cool. So shout out, Tilly, if you're seeing this. You're my star. You light up my world. Like, I can't believe that somebody is like a Micah Sage fan.
I'm so happy for Tilly right now. I really am.
Tilly's going to go down as like the OG, like Micah Sage fan. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She was there last night with her mom, and they're always just so kind and supportive and wear the shirts. And, it's just so special to see people connect with your music who like don't know you in your personal life. And I know that like maybe that's a silly thing to say because that's like the whole point of being a musician is like connecting with people all over for me anyways. It's just finding people, but it's surreal when you see it happen and people recognize you and people love you and love your music.
You're going to have so many fans. I really believe in you. Like so much.
Thank you so much. I feel that. I feel your support.
Who are some people behind the scenes who have helped you get to this point?
Yes. Big love to my band. Mark McClure is my producer, and James Ward has been my bassist for the past year and a half or so. I've been working with these guys, and they just see the vision, and they trust me, and they allow me to have so much creative space, and like they are just meeting me right where I am. That like we're living on the same world together, and so it was the three of us who made this record come to life, and my friends at CMI in Canada's Music Incubator in Toronto. They've been so supportive of me, and to be able to take that artist entrepreneur program at the beginning of my career was so impactful for me because it allowed me to have this like belt of knowledge, like going into the industry. And they're there for mentorship and for support and for love if you have any questions about anything. So they've been really wonderful to me. And I just like I can't even name anyone specifically in the Calgary scene because I just feel so supported by all the musicians. Mm-hmm. And all my friends, like if they're seeing this and like they know who they are and I love them and I feel so supported by musicians and music lovers in Calgary. Like I wouldn't be playing the shows that I am without my people. It's just so wonderful. And it's important to cherish the connections that you have in your life.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but is there anyone in Calgary's music scene that you think deserves more attention?
Ooh, you know what? It depends. Like, I think everybody, I'm like, lift everybody up all the time. The first one that comes to my mind is there's a group called Shy Friend. Mm-hmm. Do you know Shy Friend?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Really good. Like, I'm so glad that you said that.
Yes. I mean, I think everybody in Calgary, like Calgary has a crazy music scene. Like everyone is incredibly talented. I was blown away the first time I saw Shy Friend, and I've seen them perform a few times. Just incredible stage presence, just the vibes, the lyrics, the artistry. It's so inspiring. And to see Julie on stage, like just shining is so inspiring. Just like fearless, exactly who Julie is. Like, it's just wonderful. So inspiring, incredible to watch. And just
future guest of the show for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Bring Shy Friend out here.
They're so good.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm glad
so
you
amazing.
said that.
Yeah.
Every project feels like a snapshot of where you're at, and Girlfriend feels like your most confident yet. What do you think this chapter has taught you about yourself outside of music?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like, thank you came out of my brain. I think that I feel like the most like myself, whatever that means, that like the most now than I have ever felt. I feel very aligned with the music I'm making and the way that I carry myself and the way that I interact with the experiences in my life. And I think I just feel very myself right now. And I hope and know that that will continue to change. And I think that I've learned a lot about myself and about the relationships in my life over the past year, and really like listening to myself and what do I want for myself and for my career, and not in a selfish way, but honing in on that personal reflection. And what do I want for the relationships I have in my life? What do I want for the friendships that I have in my life? Doing a lot of inner work and having that curiosity and really listening to myself and listening to my intuition and what I need right now at this time in my life. And I think with this album, it sort of has gone hand in hand with that, and about learning about the relationships that I have in my life, the relationships that I have with myself, how I respond to situations, and also how these songs have changed for me, just even marinating in my music cauldron over the past year. And like sometimes song meanings change for me over a while, that a lyric could mean one thing when I write it, and all of a sudden the next time I listen to it, it could have a completely different meaning. And that's what I love about music is it's so interpretive, and someone could interpret the music one way and somebody else could interpret it completely different. Yeah.
So that's the last year of your life. What do you want for the next year? For what do you want to experience or create over the next year, let's say?
I think I want to play so much. I typically only play big full band shows a couple times a year.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons, but I think I want to play with my full band a lot over this next year.
It's a performing year.
It's a performing year.
Okay.
Yeah, 2024 was a big performing year for me. Like, I feel like the past 4 years or so have been sort of on and off. Like 2023 was a big creation year. 2024 was a big performing year. 2025 was a big creation year. I did a couple of big shows, but it was, I felt like it was really a creation year for me this year. And next year, I hope I'm creating still. And I know that I will be because I'm always making music and writing. But I think that 2026 will be a big performing year and a developing the live show and developing the world of Micah stage. And I want to share that, not just in Calgary. I want to play all kinds of different places.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Can you give a message to your younger self from the position you're in now?
Yeah, I think about her a lot. And I think about my little tiny child self a lot. And I think about even myself a year ago. I think your life can change so much in a year. And I can't even imagine what Mike is doing this time next year. Like, that's so awesome for her. I'm so excited. And I think that the message I would give to my younger self is to just be confident in what you're doing. I think when you have confidence in what you do, you can only get better. And I think that's what I've learned from performing is that I haven't always felt confident on stage, but every time if you just do something a little bit more confident, like eventually it becomes like natural to you. And confident in not like a I know everything, I can do everything kind of way, but like more like a believing in yourself kind of way. I almost wish that I would have done that a little bit sooner. I think I was timid a little bit to go into the music industry. And when you're graduating high school and all of your friends are going to university and you're not, it's kind of like, oh, am I doing the right thing right now? And like nobody else is doing what you're doing. And you kind of have to like make new friends and sort of outsource for like almost like I want to say peer support that like all of your peers that have been in your life are doing something else. And so they don't really understand anymore. They still love you and they support you, but it's important to find the people from your planet because it's sort of, that's where I find the peer validation, almost that like, we're all just doing the same thing together and we all just want to lift each other up. I think it would be to be less timid to find those people because they're there and they're out there and they want to love you.
I really get that. It's so different when your friends who aren't in a creative space, talking to them about it. They have no idea.
And that's not like, it's neither good or bad. It's just that like everyone has different interests. And I think the people that you grow up with are very important. And I think that the people you grow up with aren't always like, you won't always have the same interests as them forever. It doesn't make them a bad friend or a bad like, that you don't have anything in common. It's just that you like different kinds of things. And it's important to remember that that doesn't make your thing less awesome.
Can you also give a message to your future self?
Yes. I very much want to enjoy every second of everything that I'm doing all the time. And it's not easy to do that because there's so many things going on just in everybody's life all of the time. It's so easy for people to rush through their lives and to just like let's just get to the next thing. Let's just get to the weekend or get to the next project or whatever. And I find myself doing that quite often, but I think it's important to milk your life. And especially moments like the show at the King Eddie, that like, what an experience to have that many people in a room to share that with you. And it's not even necessarily about how many people are in the room, but that like that the feeling that it gives me is like nothing else. And I think it's important to milk your life and cherish the things you have in your life, cherish the connections you have in your life and the things that you do, because I talked about this a little bit last night, is that everything passes and everything changes. And sometimes that's a bit scary, but I think it makes everything more special that you have right now and you can just enjoy right now. And so wherever future Micah Sage is, I just want her to find the silver linings in where she is and enjoy what she's doing.
Do you think more about your past self or your future self?
I think about my future self. I'm such a future like planner, and I'm very like year by year, like, okay, like what are the things I would like to accomplish in the next year? Or what are the things I would like to make or do, or places I want to go? Like I'm very like, I think I'm a very goal-oriented person. I think over the past year, I've thought a lot about my like younger self. I find myself having lots of moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, like 12-year-old Micah would think I'm so cool right now. And I find myself nurturing that little version of myself inside of me. And I think that's allowed me to be more playful. I think it's important to nurture your child self inside of yourself because she's in there. And it's important to take care of yourself and listen to what you need. And it's definitely doing that has made my life a little bit more bright and warm over the past months.
What do you picture longer term than a year? What is in your mind? What's the moment you picture for the future you?
I would really love to do an arena tour, a headlining arena tour. I see like a million lights out in an arena. And maybe that's so silly to say on camera.
It's not.
But that's what I see sometimes. Sometimes when I close my eyes at shows and there's a million beauties out there. It's like a full room of people who are just giving their light right back to me. I'm like, oh, this feels so good. And I can almost imagine like an entire arena full of people doing that too. And that I know the people who need my music, it will find them and it will connect with them. And I feel that from all the artists that I love, that their music has held me and taken care of me when I needed it the most. And I know that my music will find people who need it as well.
That's all I have for questions. Can you,
That's wonderful.
Can you plug everything?
Yes, I'll plug everything. The Girlfriend EP comes out November 28th on all streaming platforms. And what else can I plug? This is sort of exciting for me because it's Christmas after my EP comes out. And that's where my is just, okay, like done all the work
your
now.
Instagram and everything.
Yes, I'll plug. You can find me on Instagram at MicahSage _ MICAHSAGE _ And I'm also on TikTok at Micah Sage Music. I'm also very Googleable. Google Micah Sage, let's be friends. Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Thanks for coming. And
thank you for having me.
I think you'll be back.
Thank you. I will be back. I'll bring my guitar next time.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I'm so happy to do this. Thank you.
Okay, I take these off and it just ends.
Okay, awesome.
Bye.